Raoul Gustav Wallenberg was a Swedish architect, businessman, diplomat, and humanitarian. He saved tens of thousands of Jews in German-occupied Hungary during the Holocaust from German Nazis and Hungarian fascists during the later stages of World War II. While serving as Sweden's special envoy in Budapest between July and December 1944, Wallenberg issued protective passports and sheltered Jews in buildings designated as Swedish territory. Born to a life of privilege as a member of one of Sweden's most distinguished families, Raoul Wallenberg easily could have sat out World War II. Instead, he volunteered in the midst of the war for hazardous diplomatic mission in Budapest. When Wallenberg arrived in Budapest in July 1944, 500,000 Jews had already been deported to death camps in Poland. Trains loaded with Jews were leaving Hungary every few days. Under the cover of his diplomatic status, Wallenberg began to distribute Swedish passports to Hungarian Jews, audaciously demanding that the Hungarian authorities respect the protected status of these subjects of a neutral state. A few months later, the Nazis took charge of the deportation of Jews, and Wallenberg found himself in a fierce contest with Adolf Eichmann, the overseer of Hitler's final solution. Eichmann was also in Budapest, and he believed the extermination of Hungarian Jewry would be his proudest legacy. At the time of Eichmann's arrival, 100,000 Jews were left in the ghetto of Budapest. Wallenberg had managed to have about 30,000 of them segregated into a special preserve for protected foreign nationals. Wallenberg routinely made visits to the train station, shouting his way past the Nazi guards, saying, "I am Wallenberg. I insist that all Swedish citizens be removed from this transport immediately." Before the guards could react, he would hustle the children and anyone able to wave a piece of paper, even if it was only a driver's license or a library card, onto his waiting trucks. When he met with Nazi leaders, Wallenberg spoke boldly to them of the fate awaiting them as war criminals, even confronting Eichmann personally at a dinner party. Eichmann responded, "When the Russians come, I know they'll shoot me, I am ready." The Russian siege of Budapest began in December 1944. Eichmann chose to run, despite his claims to the contrary. Wallenberg chose to remain in Budapest in order to do what he could to protect his Jews and to oversee relief work after the armistice. He knew in staying that he was a man marked by the Nazis and that his diplomatic cover would be ignored. In January 1945, Wallenberg surrendered to Red Army troops and insisted on being taken to Russian headquarters. He mysteriously disappeared from Hungary and within days, appeared in Moscow, where he was held in the infamous Lubyanka prison of the secret police, and for the most part, was treated as a political spy. All inquiries on his behalf were ignored, and the Soviets finally claimed that Wallenberg had died in the Battle of Budapest. When pressure was re-exerted in 1950 for an explanation, the Soviets stated that he had died of a heart attack in 1947 while in Soviet custody. Reliable witnesses, however, continued to report chance encounters with Wallenberg in prisons throughout the Soviet Union until the late 1960s. His message was routinely the same: "Tell them you met a Swede from Budapest." His exact place, date, and nature of death is not known, and he never knew that tens of thousands of people revere his name and memory. Wallenberg fought for a good cause even though he knew it might cost him his life. He affected a lot of lives in his short active life and was the reason some persons still had breath in them. He changed the world in the best way he could. God can change the world you see through you. You can be a world changer. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like and subscribe.